Emocje dłuższego telewizyjnej rewolucji Kevin i Olivia na blogosfie. The international phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
Kids at home. Everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the fun sanity you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. Olivia Munn is no longer with us, sorry. But hey, joining me today, the hilarious comedian, world-class yodeler, host... World-class yodeler?
Yeah. World class.
Okay, go ahead, please. Because
Yodel, man. Yodeling's so 2010.
all right, it wasn't a typo. World-class yodeler and host of this summer's new show, It's Effing Science, Miss Angie Greenup is here.
Hey!
Yes.
Yeah. Such a sexy audience. All right, yeah.
You turned them all on with the yodel. That was a
so
nerd
hot.
cat call. Oh, put down the iPad.
Come to me, nerds. All right, guys, I am so glad to be here. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
And Angie, if I may say so, you are in for a treat today, my lady.
Kevin, I'm seeing someone.
All right, let's change the subject. It is Epic April. And we've already given away tons of stuff, not just babies.
What are we giving away?
Oh, we've given away iPads, Hellboyses, gaming headsets. We've had exclusive videos and news, and now we have a world-class yodeler in the studio. So we did it.
Win!
We did it.
You know, Kevin, I am proud to be here and proud to be epic.
Welcome to our big summer movie preview. We're going to look at action movies, including Predators, The A-Team, and The Other A-Team. They're called The Expendables. Plus, an exclusive look at Marvel's Thor movie, everybody. We got that today. Then we're going to talk to the cast of McGruber and find out what explosions think of working with Will Forte.
And later, that was funny.
Thank you. That's why I read it.
And that's why they laughed. All right, later, the Loop will hash out the box office blockbusters on the way. Find out who the experts think will win the summer. Could it be Tony Stark or B.A. Baracus? That's like Barack Obama, Baracus.
The Bob Rockus, as I say it. Sounds like a used car salesman when you say it fast enough.
Yeah.
Say, come on down to Bob Rockus' floor. We got to talk. Whatever. I'm not doing it for you. She can yodel. Whatever.
Yeah. And then we'll have one of the Expendables here live, Terry Crews. Terry. Yeah, Terry is going to talk about teaming up with Stallone and his insane Old Spice ads. Power!
Yes! Build and kick. In honor of our summer movie special, today's Around the Net is going to be just a little bit different than what the kids are used to.
While we were scouring the trailerscape for the best summer movies, we came across some real losers.
Yeah, here are some movies that you should stay far, far away from this season. Conducting the kids, nice. Our first movie is probably going to be the thing that maybe finally puts the nail in the coffin of 3D cinema. It is C-Rex 3D, Journey to a Prehistoric World. Yeah.
Yes, it's about a girl named Julie who somehow travels back in time from a modern-day aquarium to the Cretaceous period, where she gets to meet some of the worst-looking CG dinosaurs ever put on film.
I hope you like really bad 3D effects, because about to get a ton of them.
3D Entertainment Distribution invites you on an extraordinary journey. In a lost age, 200 million years back in time. Join Julie, an imaginative young woman, and experience the prehistoric world in a whole new dimension. See science come alive, and get ready for a face-to-face encounter with the T-Rex of the seas. C-Rex 3D, Journey to a Prehistoric World.
Science has never looked less interesting.
Or cheaper. I don't want to follow Julie. I don't want to follow her on Twitter, let alone to a prehistoric era.
Nice.
But it's true. I mean, oh, hey. You didn't have to enhance that, but yeah, give us an enhancement. Why not? Give us a... That's 5 point... Whoa!
Can we do a 10?
Double up. Smack!
It was supposed to be bigger.
Yeah.
All right.
Story of my life. Put another $1 in that jar. I heard it again.
Filmgoers have a tolerate-hate relationship with Brendan Fraser. For every passable mummy movie, there are half dozen George of the Jungles to deal with.
True. Very true. And we think you'll agree that Mr. Fraser's work in the upcoming animal eco-terrorist family flick, Furry Vengeance.
That's just Dr. Dolittle, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. You know. Well, Brendan Fraser, as they said, is the Nicolas Cage of movies. Congrats, Nick, you're off the hook. Yeah, except for that whole tax thing.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I was excited for Furry Vengeance, and then I found out that's not what the movie's about. It's not about the party at Comic-Con that I attended every year. It's a little bit different.
Coming in at number 1 today is a trailer for another Marvel superhero movie. Iron Man 2 is nearly here, and Marvel is hard at work on big screen epics for Captain America, Thor, and the Avengers.
Yeah, you guys excited for the superhero flicks this year? It's going to be a big year. The web has also been buzzing with rumors that we would get some sort of teaser for one of the new movies that Marvel's going to release with Iron Man 2. Everyone else, suckers, they're waiting in line to see that. But if you're viewing this thing, look, this is huge. It's Epic April huge. We have an exclusive sneak peek of Kenneth Branagh's Thor.
Is one badass Viking. Wait, is Thor a Viking?
I think so. You got the Viking party hat thing, which makes me... I think he's a Viking in my book. I don't know if he stormed any monasteries, but, you know. You
wear, therefore you are.
I think so.
Yeah. Totally.
Your monasteries.
That guy was sexy. Sexy.
That's one word for it.
I'd rip those horns off.
Yeah? We could make that happen. Can we get the Viking hat out here by the end of the show, please? Yeah. Thank you.
I wouldn't rip it off you.
No, it's a hat thing in general. We'll get a sexy Viking out here, and then you guys can wrestle by the end of the show.
Done.
Of course, while lots of awesome films with explosions and decapitations are coming out this summer, there are also a bunch of dumb lady movies that your dumb girlfriend's going to drag you to, like a dumb person or dumb popcorn. These women are dumb.
For the record, Kevin, not all women care about the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants or The Notebook. I don't even know what the hell traveling pants are.
You know what? They're a metaphor, Angie. A metaphor that no man should ever have to learn. And that is why the following infomercial may be of use.
Hey, dumbass! You sick of getting dragged to chick flicks by your girlfriend? Man up! Find your balls! It's time to get Dude Vision. Dude Vision is a revolutionary new cinematic technology that can turn chick flicks into summer blockbusters that you can enjoy because you're a man.
This summer, my girlfriend is making me watch Sex and the City 2. I'd rather have my balls waxed. But now, I simply slip on a pair of Dude Vision glasses, and their mind-blowing technology adds all the elements that guys love. Now I'm not just watching a horrible movie about self-absorbed women shopping. I'm watching a movie about self-absorbed women shopping with zombies. Thanks, Dude Vision.
Dude Vision works on all chick flicks no matter how unwatchable. Forced to go to the backup plan? Well, we got a backup plan for that. And guess what? It's Space Robot! And Dude Vision covers a whole buttload of crappy-ass chick flicks.
My lady is making me see this romantic comedy. Just right. It's just wrong. It's good.
Some women have gaydar. I've got hodar.
Thank God for Dude Vision.
dude vision, because Sex in the City should have aliens in it.
I like you with handlebars, I must say.
That was Dude Manrod. Maybe you're getting us confused. Similar hairstyles, but that was all Dude Manrod.
That was someone totally different.
Still ahead, our biggest month of the year rolls on when the cast of McGruber curses out Chris Gore. Yeah.
I mean, who could blame that? You'll believe a man can explode in just a minute.
Stick around, everybody.
Woo! Attack of the show.
Yes, Olivia is out. She'll be back next week, but joining me today, Master Yodeler, Angie Greenup is here, everybody. Master Yodeler. And say hi to Grams, too.
Oh, yeah, I just found out my grandma's watching. Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grams.
And Aunt and family, but Grandma's the most
I'd like to apologize in advance for the rest of the show.
She loves it. Okay, there's nobody in show business that's more resourceful than McGruber. He managed to make a full-length movie out of a 5-minute SNL sketch.
I'm guessing they used a bar of soap and a squirrel and a tampon or something. Hi, Grams.
This is Chris Gore on a mission to see a movie about a man who could defuse a bomb with a paper clip and a stick of chewing gum. And that man is McGruber.
Let's move!
From the small screen of Saturday Night Live to the big screen comes America's only hero to accomplish more in every branch of armed services than 1,000 men combined.
I'm in.
What?
And now he has one of his biggest missions yet, of saving Washington, D.C. from a nuclear warhead.
Have you ever been to D.C.?
No, sir, I haven't.
I was talking to the missile.
It definitely has an edge. Doesn't pull punches.
It's rated R, but I mean,
hard R.
You could say it's more likely rated balls deep in terms of
it's got
awesomeness.
BD.
We were balls deep in awesomeness.
We believe the X-5 is now in the possession of this man.
He's untouchable. Oh, I'll touch him, rookie. I'll touch him wherever I want.
You went up against one of the greatest villains in movie history, Val Kilmer. Yeah. Or, I mean, Kuntz. The name Kuntz. Mm-hmm. Where did you get the inspiration to name the villain Kuntz?
It comes from the word and then they added an H.
That blows my mind.
Have fun the rest of the way.
Yes, where it came from.
Ladies don't talk
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
I think you mean the past tense of can't, right?
Yeah, I was speaking in an accent. I can't do that right now.
Well, I don't use guns, so I'm going to use homemade explosives that I made with my own two... Oh, no, this better not be some kind of joke.
What's tougher, doing the comedy or the sex scenes?
It was really hot. It was like 95 degrees. We were in a hot bedroom and satin sheets.
We also had our hearts were beating so hard from the sexual chemistry that's already there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that makes you sweat when your heart beats fast.
Yeah.
Right?
You look great. There was a period where we thought that it could potentially be NC-17.
Where have you been?
I just took an upper decker in the master bathroom.
Upper decker?
Yeah, it's where you take a in the water tank and not in the bowl.
Will DC be saved? Will the mullet get damaged? Only one man can answer these questions, and that man is McGruber.
I once built a bong out of a tuba in a rice steamer. So,
congratulations.
Thank you very much. I was very proud. Good news, everybody. This June, it's Effing Science. It's getting its own show. And this world-class yodeler, Angie Greenup, is actually hosting it. That's you.
Yes. Please watch. I mean, it's crazy. It's a science show with one goal, to teach you how to hack into existence anything that your twisted mind desires.
Can you fit that many ports on a real doll? Angie will make your life easier with science, everybody.
Grandma's watching.
Hey, Gram.
It's Effing Science, arrives in June, but it already has a website. Check out g4tv.com/science.
And if this spinoff succeeds, I'm going to pitch AOTS Miami. And then it's adios, Senor Pereira. Dun, 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 dun.
Still ahead, Epic April continues with our summer comedy roundup.
Roundup.
Yeah, that's what that said. Oh, messing up is awesome.
We're going to take a close look at the other guys, Dinner for Schmucks, and Get 'em to the Greek. And later, Terry Crews from the Expendables will be here. He also rides around on tigers in the new Old Spice commercials. Power! People often ask what happens during the commercial breaks here. You've now seen it firsthand.
Yeah, he just wrestled with a midget. It was crazy. Crazy.
Took him down! Ah!
Nuts.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Epic April. Yeah! It's our biggest month of the year. We're live. Joining me today, comedian and host of this summer's new Effing Science show, Angie Greenup. It's y'all.
Hello. The news volcano is erupting. Hazlip, show us your ash cloud.
Yeah.
Volcano!
No, really, show us the ash cloud.
It's not appropriate for television.
Yeah,
Sorry.
damn right it's not.
We're just going to start the feed.
Aw.
It's Wednesday, April 21st, and here are your top stories. The hate-hate relationship between Apple and Adobe just got a little crankier. Yeah, today Adobe announced that it's abandoning all efforts to get Adobe software like Flash onto the iPhone. Instead, the company will focus on developing software for the Android phone and other mobile devices. While Steve Jobs' company has long prevented Adobe's Flash from working on new products like the iPad, many web surfers and Adobe had hoped that the two companies might come to some sort of agreement, and now it looks like all hope for that is lost. We've got more information on the Avatar sequel. Yay. Director James Cameron told the Los Angeles Times that the sequel will explore an entirely new section of the planet Pandora, the ocean. What? Space water, I like it. Cameron says that Avatar was always meant to be a trilogy, and if and when the third film gets made, it would not take place on the planet Pandora, but in the solar system and space around it. Whoa! It just got way more epic. James Cameron has brought it. All right, and finally, say goodbye to one of the internet's most popular memes, Hitler freaking out. Yeah, if you're one of the 5 people on Earth who hasn't seen it, this short clip from the film Downfall of the Fuhrer, losing it has been re-subtitled over and over again to cover everything from the Conan versus Leno debacle to the ridiculous naming of the iPad. Sadly, Constantine Film, the makers of Downfall, have used YouTube's Content ID feature to pull down all the Hitler clips, citing copyright infringement. Yes, but as the last clip vanished from the internet, one enterprising YouTuber did manage to do a final remix of Hitler lamenting the removal of his signature meme. And thus the internet imploded upon themselves, and it no longer exists. I'm Alison Hayslip, and you have just been fed. We will now go back to Kevin and Angie.
Was there an ash cloud when they imploded upon themselves?
Stupid ash cloud!
Volcano! Ah! Thank you, Alison Hayslip, for the news.
You know what? They say laughter's the best medicine. Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
Who are they?
I don't know who they are,
Okay.
but overall that statement makes sense. Unless you have stitches in your abdomen, in which case, oh my God, don't laugh.
No, they will tear. But if you have a terminal case of bummeritis, Dr. Pereira recommends that you see these comedies. Looking for a summer blockbuster without robots, predators, or grown men in tights? Well, here's your peek into 2010's summer lineup of crying out loud comedies.
I think you're a fake cop. I hear a guy who's probably a little insecure.
Will Ferrell is back on the screen, this time with co-star Mark Wahlberg in The Other Guys, a story of 2 flailing detectives that clock more desk time than solving crime. But when an opportunity arises to step up their game, things don't go quite as expected.
I'm gonna do it! You're feeling as if sweet death is your only release. Oh, look, he's flying!
Catch this suicide along with an all-star cast including Samuel L. Jackson, Dwayne Johnson, and Eva Mendes in theaters August 6th.
I thought you said bad cop, bad cop.
Adam Sandler's back at it again, snatching up his usual cast of buddies in what looks to be a great excuse to collect millions while catching up on old times.
Buddy, I thought you were going to start working out. What does that mean? You're fat?
Sandler and the gang reunite years later to honor the death of their high school coach
only to find out that some of the guys have veered off the life path.
This must be your mother.
My wife.
See this and more when Grown Ups hits theaters June 25th. Up next, Dinner for Schmucks starring Paul Rudd and Steve Carell. In this comedy, Rudd must invite an oddball to his boss's annual Dinner for Idiots party. The employee who brings the best buffoon gets a promotion at work. Enter Steve Carell, an IRS employee who is the grandmaster of eccentrics and the perfect candidate for Rudd's dinner date.
I saw this little guy in the street and I was trying to save him from masterpieces.
Amazing.
Add a pinch of Zach Galifianakis playing a mind reader, and you've got the recipe for a smashing comedy. Dinner for Schmucks hits theaters July 23rd.
I release you.
Oh. Last on our list is Get Him to the Greek starring Jonah Hill and Russell Brand, based off their characters from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I'm alive!
Jonah's on a mission to fetch rock star Aldous Snow from London and bring him to LA's Greek Theater for his band's 10th anniversary concert.
Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me.
Hallucinogens, hookers, and hit and runs are all part of the package, courtesy of the Apatow Corporation. See it for yourself June 4th at a theater near you.
This is super fun.
So if you're worried about having zero plans for the summer, well, worry no more. You've got 4 nights of comedy to tend to. Now it's just time to plan the other 88.
How do they walk away in movies without flinching when it explodes behind them?
Oh, so much laughter, but even the laughter fades away eventually. And that's when we turn to Kevin.
What? I get it. It's cool. Hey, with dozens of hit movies and TV shows under his belt, actor Terry Crews found time to star in some really, really low-key commercials. Take a look.
Odor Blocker Body Wash is so powerful it can block BO for 16 hours. It's so powerful it can turn off the sun. But then it gets too cold, so it makes another sun. Double sun power! Power!
All rise! All rise for President Camacho, Mr. Terry Crews, everyone!
I'm low-key, master thespian.
How do you? Yeah, those commercials were a huge hit on the Lifetime network. The ladies won't stop tweeting about them.
It's Oprah's favorite commercial.
I've seen you kick buildings in half. I'm worried right now that you might just rip my head off at any moment.
It's like, great, man. My kids are like, "What's going to explode behind you, Daddy?" You know.
You, if you don't do your chores. Do you ever intimidate them with the?
Yeah, well, you know,
you got to keep them in line, right?
At the house, we're always doing it. We're running around, explosion! Anything, pancakes, whatever. And the kids love it, and it's really become a phenomenon right
You
now.
can't ever get on your kids like, look, Dad had a hard day of work. You guys need to settle down, because they turn on the TV and Dad's abdominals are singing, and you're screaming to your own biceps.
I literally took the tiger home, and I'm just like walking around with it. I'm sitting on, and I ride it around the house.
Dude, I was saying this before the interview here. You managed to make Old Spice cool again, which is not an easy feat. Because seriously, and no joke, like my grandfather had the old school Old Spice jars on his counter next to his Brill cream, and that was it. That's what he had, and yet you have introduced it to a new generation using lasers and explosions and just a metric ton of badassery.
Well, let me tell you, these guys, Tim and Eric, who directed it, they have a show on Adult Swim and the whole thing. These guys are geniuses. I mean, the whole campaign was incredible. They have a thing where they say, if your grandfather didn't use it, you wouldn't exist. Which is it's like the best thinking, commercials ever. And it's all about commercials are good entertainment now. That's just really what it is. It's better than a movie.
Right. Well, I think 90% of commercials are absolute crap. Yours happen to be good entertainment. So
take it,
God, please. I feel like
I'm sorry.
I feel like I forgot to welcome your pecs to the interview. We should have had them. Do they have their own?
I have nipple co-stars. Yes,
do they have their own Twitter accounts?
They tweet all the time.
Excuse me, one's talking to their agent right now. Let me just. You get recognized for so many roles. I mean, obviously now, Old Spice, you must get yelled at a lot. People are shouting power at you.
Yes.
But, the only time I've accidentally cursed on this show was when I was quoting one of my favorite roles you've ever done, President Camacho. From Idiocracy.
Oh, let me tell you something. Mike Judge, that movie is become a cult classic. I mean, all the the real comedians, Will Ferrell, Conan O'Brien, they run up to me and say, "Come on, Joe, genius!"
What's it like when a Will Ferrell runs in your face and is quoting your stuff to you?
It's humbling. Because for one, I'm the fan. I am a biggest comedy fan of all time, and to get that kind of love and respect, it's an amazing thing. But it's Mike Judge. I mean, these characters were thought up, and it's a matter of getting someone to execute. And I thank God that they picked me.
But when you're at like the drive-thru of the El Pollo Loco, what is it that they shout at you from the window? Is it power or is it Camacho lines?
It's funny because if I'm at like I said, a restaurant or McDonald's or something, it's like Cheeseburger Eddie, from Longest Yard. If I'm at the mall, it's white chicks, sing the song, make them way downtown, But see, and when I'm at church, it says everybody hates Chris. I love that show. You're just a good man.
Yeah.
You a good daddy. You know what I mean? So it depends on where I'm at. It's really not.
Where do you get Idiocracy though? When you're strolling by a Planned Parenthood?
It's really funny with all the tech geeks and basically white guys. That's pretty much what's going on.
It's my favorite role. Now let's talk about upgrading your RAM here. It's the Geek Squad following you around, shouting at you.
At the Mac store, it's Idiocracy.
I bet it is. All right, so let's talk about this summer. You're co-starring in what it might be the manliest movie ever made. Lots of Old Spice being thrown around this set. The Expendables.
Yes.
So you got Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Schwarzenegger.
Keep going.
No, you tell me, because you're standing on set with. I mean, is it a room full of egos? Do they yell cut, and then you guys are talking about risk-breaking technique?
Yeah, well, it was weird. I mean, again, Mickey Rourke, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Steve Austin.
Sylvester Stallone here is actually in it as well. He has something to do with it.
He had most of the things to do with it. And what was so nuts is that egos were checked at the door because, for one, here you are, we're in front of the manliest men of all time, and then here in comes Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, Rambo, the man who is like created the action movie genre, and it was humbling. You totally are like,
so
I had to bow down. Everybody's like, I'm your daddy, you know what I mean? I'm like, yes sir, yes sir.
Wait, so Stallone puts everybody else on the set in check?
He puts everybody in
just
check.
By showing up?
He comes in with the cigar going, and you're like, dude, that's the reason we're here. That's the reason why we're making movies.
I thought he would lean in on a Segway with a Jamba Juice and just sip it gingerly with a pinky up.
No,
just to let you know.
No, that was me. I had the Jamba Juice. I'm like,
so what's that like? I mean, obviously, you're surrounded by the best in breed when it comes to action. When they yell cut, are you guys like, are you palling around? Are you manning up? Are you trading like scar stories?
Well, it's weird because I had like these on-set fantasies. It's opposite of like girl fantasies. It was like guys are like, what if Jet Li smacked that coffee out of Dolph Lundgren's hand with a giant fight break out? I want to see some blood. And it totally was like, what if Mickey Rourke put a chokehold on Sly just right now? And I would always do that all day. I was like, I wonder if I could take Randy Couture. Can I? It would totally go like that all day. And everybody on the crew would do the same thing.
I think the DVD commentary is just going to be a bunch of guys screaming at each other and putting chokeholds, isn't it?
Totally. I
can't wait.
With their Starbucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Terry, your energy is infectious. You're a hell of a guy. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
I kind of want to just put the chair. Now back to Angie.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Stay tuned. Our biggest month of the year rolls on when our fearless film critics face off over the summer's biggest movies in the loop.
Down the summer's biggest blockbusters in the loop. All three dudes are trying to do the Terry boob shuffle, and not one of us can do it. Joining me now to help us make sense of everything, film writer for USA Today, Scott Bowles, and senior editor for Chud.com, Devin Faraci is here. Welcome to the loop, gentlemen. Thank you. All right, let's get right into it. We have an Iron Man sequel coming out. Devin, you have not seen it. Iron Man 2. What are your thoughts? Is this thing going to eclipse the first?
I'm excited. I hope that they build on what they did in the first one. Mm-hmm. I think that the film, people are really excited about it. Everybody really fell in love with Iron Man. People discovered it on home video. It should be a really big movie, and I'm excited to see where it takes the Marvel Universe in film from here.
What does it need to avoid, though? What's the one superhero sort of movie pitfall or sequel pitfall that it could fall into?
I think it should not get too dark. So I think Iron Man, the great thing about Iron Man 1 was that it was a lot of fun. And I think it's really easy to kind of make the second film the dark,
Tony Stark conflicted
Oh,
alcoholic.
exactly. But I want to have fun. He can be an alcoholic, but like the fun kind.
The fun kind. The Hasselhoff kind.
Exactly.
Yeah, we want to see
a sandwich. I
David
like
Iron
that.
Man. Yeah. Oh, leaking oil. All right, Scott, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Tell me we're finally going to have a video game movie that doesn't completely suck.
I would love to tell you that. I can't promise you that. The trick with this is that the game was good, and that's the problem with adapting video games, is that they're spectacles. They have $50 million budgets. It's not like you're redoing a 1980s TV show that can only get better. The danger in adapting a video game is that some of the video games are very good, so the bar is very high.
What about Gyllenhaal as a leading man?
He's promising. I mean, Disney is putting a lot of money and a lot of time. They know the spotty record that these have.
Right. I hope it turns the tide. In your heart of hearts, do you think it will?
I am hopeful. I am hopeful for the Prince of Persia.
I hope it's able to make back its muscle oil. Its oiling of muscle budget.
Yeah.
There's some kind of baby oil budget on this picture.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
Yeah, you should see our budget for baby oil. And we blew through it in pre-show. Dev, let me ask you. M. Night Shyamalan has a lot on The Last Airbender. He has a lot riding on it. His track record's a little wonky. Yeah, a little awful to say the least.
Yeah.
But I mean, is this going to ruin him or is this going to make him again?
You know, if it's any good at all, I think it's great because it's outside of his usual BS twist ending thing.
Right.
It's something new. It's going to have action. I heard the action. I met some of the stunt guys from the picture this weekend, and they said the action is huge on this. A lot of practical fight scenes look pretty cool. You know, if you have a good time with it and it's a big picture and it doesn't end with all of a sudden the kid was dead the whole time, I think we're all right.
But now, I don't see a lot of people chatting about this film, though, Scott. Where's the hype?
This is a movie that has people a little bit nervous because it is M. Night Shyamalan. If you look at some of the movies that are coming out, they're not advertising Kevin Smith is directing them or M. Night Shyamalan is directing them. These are guys who have records against them, and they're trying to sell the concept more than the filmmaker.
Yeah. I hope the twist isn't, oh, you wasted $15 again. Yeah, that'd be nice. Chris Nolan's Inception. Some people are saying is the thinking man sort of blockbuster for this summer. A film that again, people hardly know anything about.
And that's by design, and that could be risky. Chris is very close to the vest about his movies. This is more along the lines of Memento, but if he's not careful, it'll be along the lines of 7 Pounds, which had no inclination of what it was about up into the moment, and then nobody went to see because they weren't interested.
Because they didn't know that Will Smith committed suicide by jellyfish at the end. Everybody would have gone to go see that movie if they had known.
It was such a majestic way to go out. Like, why not? Yeah, anybody can hang themselves in a broom closet.
But
he carted a jellyfish
in
around.
the bathtub.
He had to carry that around in his Accord. That was a big deal. Now, what about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Devin? We got another comic book adaptation. Some people are saying Kick-Ass is underperforming despite people loving it on the Twitter sphere.
I don't know. You can say that a hard R movie based on a comic book nobody read, starring people that nobody knows who they are, that made $20 million opening weekend, is that really underperforming? Scott Pilgrim's a PG-13 movie. It's got a wider appeal. It's sort of aimed more at teens. It's got a really terrific girl appeal. I think it's got some really strong female characters. I think that with that PG-13 and with that wider thing, it's not hyper-violent like Kick-Ass was. I think it's got a chance of really doing well.
Scott, the primary appeal of Scott Pilgrim is that kids can see it. Kick-Ass's problem is they were marketing to children who couldn't go see the movie.
All right, if you guys had to pick one of the lot, what should we line up for today? What is going to take the audience to a new level?
I'm going Inception.
I'm going Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, Inception. Wow. All right. Despite not knowing anything about the film you're going for?
How can you go wrong with Chris?
Hopefully we won't be answering that question in a couple of months. But I thank you, gents, so much for coming on. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here in the loop.
Thank you.
Can't do it. Thanks to Scott Bowles from USA Today and Devin Faraci from Chud.com for keeping us in the loop. Stay tuned. Attack's biggest month of the year continues. And we've got today's epic giveaway. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. Thank you, guys. That was fun. That's cool.
From Hollywood to Bollywood.
It's big, it's beautiful, and you're gonna love it.
AOTS's biggest month of the year continues as Danny Pudi from Community joins us live in studio for some adult education. Plus, Blair Herter faces off with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Zoe Saldana of The Losers. And Chris Gore meets up with James Cameron to talk about the Blu-ray release of Avatar. It's Epic April all month long.
That's what I did. Angie, can I get a little personal for a second? Just one question.
I guess.
Because I just want to delve a little deeper. I want to get to know you. The audience wants to get to know you. The kids are curious.
Yeah. All right, what?
Do you like action?
Could you be more specific?
things getting blown up by a cage fighter, or Peeps getting shot by Sylvester Stallone, or Predators chopping up mercenaries. Is that specific enough for you, Angie?
Yeah, that was more specific.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Sure, yeah, I like action.
Well, then brace yourself. Our summer action movie roundup has explosions, also arrows.
If you're looking for some good old non-stop action with explosions and fight scenes, then we've got the rundown of some of the best popcorn flicks to hit the silver screen this summer. Move over, Kevin Costner. There's a new sheriff in town. Or hood, actually. Russell Crowe teams up once again with Gladiator director Ridley Scott to tell a more gritty and realistic tale of Robin Hood.
Dale, please.
The story of the infamous archer who leads a revolt against a corrupted sheriff has been given the Braveheart treatment with epic battle scenes. Cate Blanchett plays the role of Lady Marion, but don't expect a Bryan Adams love ballad. This film is more action than romance. Robin Hood unleashes his arrows on May 14th. Now, if you're looking for heavy artillery and a bad attitude, then you may need to call on the A-Team.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Based on the 1980s television series, this updated version of the A-Team stars Liam Neeson as the team's leader Hannibal, Bradley Cooper as the charming Face, District 9's Charlton Copley as the crazy pilot Murdoch, and UFC fighter Rampage Jackson as B.A. Baracus.
You pancake my fan! I'm gonna kill you, fool!
A pity the fool who misses out on this film when the A-Team attacks leaders on June 11th. Sci-fi action fans will be glad to know that their favorite dreadlock alien hunters are back in Predators. From Sin City's Robert Rodriguez, a group of convicted killers and warriors find themselves on a strange planet, only to find out that they have been chosen as prey.
This planet is a game preserve. Play the game.
You thought Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover had it rough? Well, think again. The Predators begin their hunt on July 9th. And finally, Sylvester Stallone assembles the world's best action stars in The Expendables. Stallone leads a team of deadly mercenaries, including Jason Statham, Jet Li, Randy Couture, and Dolph Lundgren on a suicide mission in South America. But if those names weren't enough for this action flick, you can also expect cameos from practically every action star in Hollywood, including Bruce Willis, Mickey Rourke, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What's his problem?
The Expendables comes out on August 13th. So grab some popcorn and enjoy the ride, because these action flicks will keep your heart racing all summer long.
So much action! Hope I get some action.
No. You know, did you know that an effective taser can be fashioned out of a disposable camera?
Got it. I heard no the first time. I heard it when you said it, so never mind. Thanks, though.
Call in the prize patrol. It's epic giveaway time.
Yes, sir. On Monday, we gave away 3 sets of Motorola Bluetooth headsets and touchscreen GPSs, and the winners are Rob C. from Hayward, California, Michael G. of Helena, Montana, and Corey G. of Alexandria, Louisiana. Congratulations, Rob, Michael, Corey.
And today, 10 people are going to win 2 tickets to IMAX's entire summer movie slate.
What?
Yes! Including Iron Man 2.
No way!
Shrek Forever After.
In 3D?
Yes, in IMAX
That's
3D.
the best way to see it!
And Christopher Nolan's Inception.
I don't know anything about that, but awesome!
Crazy.
2 tickets, 5 IMAX movies, 10 winners. Someone will die.
No, someone will win.
Someone will win.
10 will.
People are going to win. Visit our website at g4tv.com/AOTS. You guys can enter there and get your entry in between now and April 22nd by 3 p.m. Eastern or else. And we'll announce the winners on tomorrow's show. Congrats. Angie, as you know, it is Epic April. And we do have an epic Twitter wall here. And people all show long have been twittering to @AOTS and using the hashtag Epic April and whatever the kids are doing with their technologies. So let's check in, shall we?
We shall.
R. Silent says he's decided that he's going to name his firstborn Anthony Oliver Thomas Stevens, so his initials will be AOTS. Wow.
Oh.
Your son will forever hate you. But I say go for it. And if you do, send us the birth certificate and we can give you something for that, right? We can give you a little something.
I love a good acronym.
Yeah, I'll shake your baby.
Kevin,
What?
what makes you so godlike with pimpedelic skills?
You should tell them. You're in my vicinity, and you're just awash in my glow and my essence. So
I have to disagree with Wilk the Jester.
yeah, exactly.
Wicked Jester. Wicked Jester with an I must have been taken, so it's Wilk the Jester.
He's the wilted jester.
I'm gonna make you laugh.
Now this is a great question. I'm assuming it's for you, Neon Xerox or Neon Xerox, whatever. Chocolate or vanilla, Angie?
Vanilla, and I always get made fun of. I like vanilla.
Racist. See, that's the kind of interactivity you just didn't have back in the 90s. Right in that wave. You guys can also follow Angie on Twitter. She's @AngieGreenup. Right there. There it is. Angie Greenup. No, it's right there. There it is. There it is. Follow @AngieGreenup. There you go. She kissed her tweet. Thanks to our guests, Terry Crews, Scott Bowles, Devin Faraci, and our special guest host, Angie Greenup. Thank you for being here. Good luck with It's Effing Science, by the way.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you here.